Beloved one, listen closely. You are carrying a burden that was never yours to carry. You are trembling under a weight that does not belong to your being. You have come here today thinking that you are full of fear, thinking that anxiety is your nature, thinking that to be human is to be afraid. I am here to tell you that this is the greatest lie ever told. You were born without fear. You did not come into this world afraid. You came into this world crying, yes, but that cry was a celebration of life rushing into your lungs. It was a declaration of arrival. It was power. It was not fear. Look at a newborn child. Look into his eyes. Do you see any worry there about tomorrow? Do you see any calculation about safety? The child touches the fire with the same fascination that he touches a flower. He has no concept of danger. He has no concept of death. He is pure life, flowing, unblocked, uninhibited. This was you. This is still you, deep down, buried under layers of dust that others have thrown upon you. So the first thing to understand, the very foundation of our journey together today, is this: fear is not natural. Fear is learned. It is a conditioning. It was whispered to you by frightened parents, preached to you by trembling priests, taught to you by a society that survives on your insecurity. Before we go deeper into this surgery of the soul, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now. If you are tired of living in the shadow, if you are ready to reclaim the sun that is your birthright, I want you to open your heart. And if you are truly ready to drop this burden, declare it. Write in the comments below, I am ready to wake up. Let this be your first step out of the prison. Now, look at how this prison was built. It started very early. You were innocent. You were trusting. A child trusts everything. If the father throws the child into the air, the child laughs. He does not calculate the physics of the fall. He trusts the hands that will catch him. But then the conditioning begins. The parents are afraid. They love you, yes, do not misunderstand me. Their intention is not evil, but their understanding is clouded. They are full of fear, and they cannot give you what they do not have. They can only share their own trembling. You reach for the flame, and the mother screams, "No!" The scream goes deep into your unconscious. Her eyes are wide with terror. Her voice is sharp. In that moment, a contraction happens in your energy. You learn two things instantly. First, that the world is dangerous. And second, and more deadly, that to be afraid is the way to be safe. You learn that fear is love. You learn that to be cautious is to be good. Don't climb that tree, they say, you will fall. Don't talk to strangers, they will hurt you. Don't go into the dark. Don't be too loud. Don't laugh too much. Don't. Slowly, the don'ts become a cage. You are no longer a wild, flowing river. You become a stagnant pond. You start to shrink. You start to hold back your life energy. And this holding back is what you call fear. Society does not want you to be fearless. You must understand the politics of fear. A fearless person is dangerous to the establishment. A man without fear cannot be controlled. He cannot be enslaved. He cannot be forced to go to war and kill people he has never met. He cannot be forced to bow down to stupid idols or stupid ideologies. A fearless man walks his own path. He listens to his own heart, not to the command of the leader or the priest. So every culture, every civilization, every religion has a vested interest in keeping you afraid. They want you to tremble, because when you tremble, you look for a protector. When you are afraid of hell, you run to the priest. When you are afraid of poverty, you run to the politician. When you are afraid of being alone, you run to social conformity. Fear makes you a sheep, and they are the shepherds. They need the sheep. But I say to you, you are not a sheep, you are a lion, but you have been hypnotized. You have been looking in the mirror of society for so long that you have forgotten your own face. You think you are the reflection. Think about your own life. How many times have you stopped yourself from doing something beautiful because of a thought? Not a real danger, but a thought. What will people say? What if I fail? What if I lose my security? This constant caution has made you smaller and smaller until even breathing feels dangerous. People call this being responsible. They give it beautiful names. They call it maturity. They call it being practical. I call it suicide, a slow, invisible suicide. You are dying before you are dead. If you are resonating with this, if you can feel the walls of this cage I am describing, then you are already beginning to loosen the bars. Awareness is the key, but you must stay with me. Do not look away. The mind will want to distract you because the mind is the architect of this fear. The mind lives on fear. Have you ever noticed? When there is no fear, the mind stops. In a moment of total danger, for example, you are driving a car and suddenly another car comes straight at you. In that split second, there is no fear. There is only action. You turn the wheel, you press the brake. There is no time to think, what if I die? The mind stops, and later, when you are safe on the side of the road, then the mind comes back, then the trembling starts, then the fear arrives. Fear is always in the past or in the future. It is never in the present. The present moment is fire. It is pure. It has no space for fear. Fear needs time. Fear needs imagination. Fear creates a ghost. Tomorrow I might lose my job. Next year I might get sick. One day my lover might leave me. These are all dreams. They are not real. But your body reacts as if they are real. Your heart races, your stomach turns, your breath becomes shallow. Why? Because you are feeding the ghost with your attention. You have been trained to feed the enemy. You have become the caretaker of your own jailer. And this is the tragedy of modern man. He is afraid of life, and he is afraid of death. He is afraid of everything. If someone laughs too loud, he is afraid. If there is silence, he is afraid. I want you to understand that this fear is not personal. It is not your fear. Do not claim it. Do not say, I am afraid. When you say, I am, you attach your identity to a passing cloud. You give it roots in your being. Instead, start to see it as an object. Fear is happening. Trembling is happening. Create a distance. The moment you create a distance, the hypnosis begins to break. You are the watcher, and the fear is the watched. The watcher is never afraid. The witness is never trembling. The mirror reflects the fire, but the mirror does not burn. You are the mirror. But you have forgotten this. You have become glued to the reflection. You see the movie on the screen. The movie is a horror story. Monsters are chasing you, and you have forgotten you are sitting in the cinema. You are sweating. You are screaming. I am here to shake you. I am here to splash cold water on your face and tell you, it is just a movie. Wake up. The screen is white. The light is pure. The film is just a projection. This projection creates a shadow, and you spend your whole life fighting the shadow. You try to be brave, but remember, bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is just fear upside down. The coward runs away from the fear. The brave man forces himself to suppress the fear, but both are controlled by fear. I am not teaching you bravery. I am teaching you awakening. When you wake up, you don't become brave. You realize there is nothing to fear. The rope is a rope, it is not a snake. You don't need bravery to walk past a rope. You only need eyes. You only need light. Society has blinded you. It has put blinders on your eyes like a horse, so you can only see the road they want you to walk. Go to school, get a job, marry, reproduce, retire, die. And all along this road, keep looking left and right, keep worrying, keep buying insurance, keep saving for a future that may never come. They sell you safety, but I tell you, safety is the greatest illusion. Life is insecure. Life is wild. There is no security anywhere. Look at nature. Look at the trees. Tonight, a storm may come. The tree does not worry. It does not go to the insurance agent. It stands. If the wind is strong, the tree dances. If the branch breaks, it breaks. The tree is in a deep yes to existence. The birds, the animals, they live in danger every moment. A deer is grazing and a lion is watching. But the deer is not neurotic. It is alert, yes. If the lion attacks, the deer runs with total intensity. But it does not sit under the tree psychoanalyzing itself about the lion. It does not carry the memory of the lion into the next moment. Once the danger is gone, the deer grazes again. Only man carries the past. Only man projects the future. And this burden of past and future destroys your present. And because you are not in the present, you are weak. Fear enters only when you are absent. If you are totally here, fear cannot enter. Two things cannot occupy the same space. If you are full of awareness, there is no room for darkness. So the question is not how to fight fear. The question is how to bring the light. If your room is dark, do you take a sword and fight the darkness? Do you punch the air? You can fight for 10,000 years, but the darkness will still be there. You will be exhausted, and the darkness will be laughing at you. No, you simply light a small candle, and instantly, without a fight, the darkness is gone. Awareness is that candle, but you are addicted to the darkness. In a strange way, the ego loves fear, because fear gives you a boundary. Fear defines you. I am the one who is afraid. It gives you a feeling of separation. Without fear, you might melt. You might disappear into the vastness of existence. And that is the ultimate fear, the fear of disappearing, the fear of letting go. You cling to your chains because you think they are holding you together. You think if you drop your fear, you will fall apart. But I say to you, falling apart is the best thing that can happen to you. Let the false fall apart. Let the structure that society built crumble. Let it collapse. When the walls of the house fall down, you are not homeless. You are finally under the open sky. You are finally one with the stars and the wind. This is freedom. But freedom feels like death to the ego. And that is why you tremble. You are standing on the edge of a cliff. I am inviting you to jump. The mind says, you will die. The heart says, you will fly. And you are stuck, paralyzing yourself between the mind and the heart. You take one step forward, then 2 steps back. This hesitation is your misery. Hell is not a place you go to after you die. Hell is living in hesitation. Hell is living in the split. Part of you wants to live, and part of you is afraid to live, and you are torn apart in this conflict. If you are enjoying this journey into the depths of your own being, if you feel a resonance in your heart, do not forget to support this channel. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. Not for me. I have no need for numbers, but for yourself. so that this reminder can reach you again and again. You need constant reminding because the world is constantly trying to make you forget. Now let us go deeper into the mechanics of this hesitation. Why do you hesitate? Because you have been taught that mistakes are a sin. Don't make a mistake. Be perfect. Perfectionism is a neurosis. Life is not about being perfect. Life is about being total. A machine can be perfect. A human being should be alive, not perfect. When you are afraid of making mistakes, you stop moving. You become rigid. You are like a stone. A stone never makes a mistake. A stone never falls down because it is already on the ground. But do you want to be a stone? To be alive means to risk. To be alive means to walk on the razor's edge. Yes, you might fall. Yes, you might get hurt. So what? Pain is part of life. Sadness is part of life. But fear is the refusal to experience life. Fear is saying no before the experience even happens. If you are hurt, feel the hurt, cry. Let the tears flow. Tears are beautiful. They are a cleansing shower for the soul. If you are sad, move into the sadness. Don't resist it. Don't be afraid of sadness. Sadness has a depth, a silence. It is a holy ground, but you are afraid of it, so you repress it. And repressed sadness becomes depression. Repressed anger becomes poison in your blood. Repressed life becomes fear. Everything you have repressed is waiting in the basement of your mind, turning into a monster. And you are sitting upstairs, trembling, afraid to open the door to the basement. I say to you, open the door, go down, face whatever is there. You will be surprised. When you face the monsters, they are not monsters. They are just energies, misunderstood energies. Anger is just fire. It can destroy, yes, but it can also create. It can be a passion for life. Sex is energy. It can be lust, but it can also be the highest prayer, a bridge to the divine. Fear is also energy. It is excitement blocked. Have you noticed? The physiological sensation of fear and excitement is almost the same. Your heart beats fast, your breathing changes, your adrenaline flows. When you are on a roller coaster, you scream. Is it fear? Is it joy? It is both. It is intense energy, but you label it fun on the roller coaster, so you enjoy it. In life, you label it danger, so you suffer. Drop the labels. Stop calling it fear. Call it energy. Call it intensity. The moment you change the label, your relationship with it changes. You stop shrinking and you start expanding. You start to ride the wave instead of being drowned by it. The mind is very tricky. It wants to keep you in the known. The known is safe. The unknown. The unknown is where the mind trembles. But life is the unknown. God is the unknown. Love is the unknown. If you cling to the known, you cling to a corpse. The past is dead. The future is not yet born. Only the present is alive, and the present is always unknown. You cannot predict the next breath. You cannot predict the next heartbeat. You are living in a mystery. But you want to turn the mystery into a math problem. You want to solve it. You want to control it. Control is the other face of fear. Look at your life. How much energy do you spend trying to control things? Trying to control your husband, your wife, your children, your employees, your image, your emotions. You are exhausted. It is hard work to hold up the walls of a fortress 24 hours a day. Relax. Let go of the control and see what happens. The world will not end. The sun will still rise. The birds will still sing. In fact, for the first time, you will be able to hear them. When you drop control, you drop the tension. And when tension is gone, fear cannot stand. Fear needs tension to stand on. Imagine you are holding a fist, tight, very tight, it hurts. Your whole arm is shaking. This is your life right now. And I'm simply saying, open your hand. Just open it. It requires no effort to open the hand. It requires effort to keep it closed. Letting go is not a doing. It is a ceasing of doing. It is a relaxing into nature. But you ask, Osho, if I let go, who will catch me? This is the ultimate trust. Existence will catch you. But you have never trusted existence. You have trusted your bank account. You have trusted your police force. You have trusted your locking systems. You have never trusted the universe that grew you from a single cell into this complex being. The universe breathes you. You do not breathe. If you had to remember to breathe, you would have died long ago. You would go to sleep, forget to breathe, and that would be the end. But existence breathes you while you sleep. It beats your heart, it digests your food, it circulates your blood. It is doing 1 billion miracles every second in your body, and you don't trust it. You think you need to worry. This worry is the ego taking itself too seriously. You think you are the center of the world. You think if you don't worry, everything will collapse. This is arrogance, pure arrogance dressed up as anxiety. The existence was here before you, and it will be here after you. You are just a tourist, a guest. Enjoy the hospitality of existence. Don't try to be the manager of the hotel. You are just a guest. Eat, drink, dance, love. And when the time comes to leave, leave with gratitude. Why be afraid? What can you lose? You came with nothing. You will go with nothing. In the middle, you think you own things, and that is where the fear comes from. I might lose my house. I might lose my reputation. You possess nothing. It is all a dream. When you understand that you possess nothing, fear disappears. You become naked. And in that nakedness, you are beautiful. You are invulnerable, because there is nothing left to protect. This is the secret of the fearless man. He has nothing to lose. He has already surrendered everything. You can take his life, but you cannot take his freedom, because his freedom is in his consciousness, not in his body. You identify with the body, and that is the root of the fear of death. The body will die. That is a fact. No amount of jogging, no amount of organic food, no amount of yoga will save the body forever. It is a machine. It has an expiration date. Accept it. When you accept death, fear vanishes. Fear is just the shadow of death. If you look death in the eye and say, okay, come when you must, then what is there to be afraid of? The sting is gone. And paradoxically, the moment you accept death, you start to really live. Before that, you were just protecting yourself from dying. Now you can start living. You have been walking on the shore afraid to get your feet wet. I am telling you, jump into the ocean. The ocean is you. You are not the wave, you are the water. The form will change, but the essence is eternal. This understanding that you are the witness, the eternal consciousness, is the only sword that can cut the root of fear. Psychology can trim the branches. It can help you manage your fear. It can make you a functional coward. But meditation cuts the root. Meditation is nothing but the art of distancing yourself from the mind. The mind is the fear-generating machine. Step out of the machine. Watch it whirring. Watch it spinning its stories. Oh, look, the mind is saying I should be afraid of this person. Watch it with amusement. Do not get involved. It is like sitting by the side of the road watching the traffic. Thoughts are the cars. Fear is a big truck. Let it pass. Do not jump in front of the truck. Do not try to stop the truck. Just watch. There goes fear. There goes anger. There goes a beautiful thought. There goes an ugly thought. You are none of them. You are the one who knows. This knowingness is your soul. This knowingness is your freedom. And once you taste this freedom, even for a split second, you will never be the same again. The taste of the beyond changes your chemistry. It is not an intellectual understanding. Please do not mistake my words for philosophy. Philosophy is garbage. It is a game of the mind, playing with concepts to hide the fact that you do not know. I am not a philosopher. I am an alchemist. I am trying to transmit a fire to you, not a theory. When you stand in that knowingness, when you become the witness, you realize that fear was never the problem. The problem was your identification with the fear. You thought you were the fear. You said, I am afraid. This is the error. The grammar of your language deceives you. You should say, fear is passing through me, just as you say, a cloud is passing through the sky. The sky does not say, I am the cloud. The sky remains untouched. You are the sky. But you have been taught to grab the cloud, to hold it, to analyze it, to fight it. And in that fighting, you become entangled. You give energy to the very thing you want to destroy. Resistance is food for fear. If you fight fear, it will grow stronger. It will go into the basement and lift weights, and it will come back 10 times stronger. Do not fight, just watch. Imagine you are walking in the twilight, a time when the light is dim and shadows are long. You see a shape on the path ahead. It looks like a snake, coiled and ready to strike. Your heart stops. You freeze. The adrenaline pumps through your veins. You are ready to run or to scream. The fear is 100% real in your body. It is visceral. But then you take a lantern, or the sun comes out from behind a cloud, and you look closer. It is not a snake. It is an old rope lying on the road. Now tell me, where did the fear go? Did you have to fight the fear? Did you have to take a sword and kill the fear? Did you have to go to a psychiatrist for 10 years to resolve the fear? No. The moment you saw the rope as a rope, the fear simply evaporated. It did not go anywhere. It ceased to exist. Why? Because the snake never existed. The snake was a projection of your mind. This is the secret. 99% of your fears are snakes that are actually ropes. You are projecting danger where there is none. You are projecting rejection where there is only silence. You are projecting failure where there is only an experience. The mind is a projector, and you are trapped in the movie. I want you to become the one who holds the lantern. That lantern is awareness. If you are beginning to see the rope for what it is, if you are beginning to doubt the snakes in your mind, I want you to take a moment, pause, take a deep breath, and in the comments below, simply write, I am holding the lantern. Let this be a signal to your unconscious mind that you are taking back the power. You see, the mind loves the what-if game. This is its favorite game. What if I get sick? What if the economy crashes? What if she doesn't love me? What if I make a fool of myself? These what-ifs are the bricks with which you build your prison. The mind cannot exist in the present, so it must create a hypothetical future to worry about. A problem-free moment is death to the mind. Have you noticed? When you are totally happy, totally blissful, the mind disappears. You are just there, vibrating. But the mind gets nervous. It says, this is too good to be true. Something bad is going to happen. And immediately it creates a worry to latch onto, just to feel safe, just to feel in control. It sounds insane, but you choose misery because misery gives you something to do. Bliss is dangerous because in bliss, the doer disappears. In fear, the ego feels very important. I am worried about such important things. You feel like you are carrying the weight of the world. Drop it. The world does not need your worry. The world needs your joy. The world needs your dance. There is an old story of an actor who played the role of a tragic king. He was a brilliant actor, the best in the land. Every night he would go on stage and he would weep, he would scream, he would suffer the betrayal of his kingdom. He was so good that the audience would cry with him. But one night he played the role with such intensity that he forgot he was acting. He forgot the stage, he forgot the script. He truly believed he was the king and that he was dying. He began to have a heart attack on stage. The audience clapped, thinking, what a performance! But he was dying. This is you. You are the actor. You have forgotten that this is a play. You have forgotten that your name, your job, your status, your relationships, it is all a drama. A beautiful drama, yes, but a drama. You have become so identified with the role that when the script says fear, you become fear. When the script says loss, you are destroyed. I am inviting you to come backstage. Take off the costume. Remove the makeup. Look in the mirror. You are not the king. You are not the beggar. You are the consciousness that played the role. When you remember this, you can go back on stage and play. In fact, you will play better. You will play with laughter, with lightness. If the script says cry, you will cry beautiful tears. But deep down, you will be smiling, knowing it is just a game. This is what the mystics call Leela, the divine play. Life is not a test, it is a play. But religion has taught you it is a test. God is watching you. God is writing down your sins in a big book. What nonsense! Do you think God is a cosmic accountant? Do you think he is a peeping Tom watching you in your bedroom? This is a projection of your own guilt. God is not a person watching you. God is the energy dancing within you, and fear is the denial of that energy. You are afraid because you are holding on. You are clutching. Look at your hands, figuratively and literally. You are always clutched. You are holding on to your money, holding on to your opinions, holding on to your grievances. You are like a man falling from a cliff who grabs a branch. He is hanging there shivering, terrified. If I let go, I will die. He prays, he screams, he looks down and sees only darkness, fog. Days pass, he is weak. Finally, his fingers cannot hold on anymore. He slips, he falls 6 inches. He was only 6 inches off the ground the whole time, but because of the fog of your mind, he could not see the ground. He suffered for days, unnecessary suffering. I am telling you, let go of the branch. The ground is right there. The existence is supporting you. You do not need to hold on. You are supported by the very laws of nature. Do you hold the earth under your feet? No. Gravity holds you. Do you beat your heart? No. Biology beats it. Why are you so arrogant to think you need to control everything? Control is the illusion. You cannot control life. Life is a wild, roaring river. You can build a small dam. You can create a small swimming pool of stagnant water and say, I am in control. But sooner or later, the flood will come and wash your dam away. And thank God for the flood. because your swimming pool was becoming poisonous. It was dead water. The man of awareness does not try to swim upstream. He does not even try to swim. He floats. He says to the river, "Take me where you want to go. Your destination is my destination." This is trust. And in this trust, fear cannot exist. Fear is the resistance to the river. Fear is trying to go to the left when the river is going to the right. Relax, relax into the current. I know, the mind says, but Osho, if I don't control, things will go wrong. Things are already wrong. Look at the world you have created with your control. Look at the wars. Look at the madness. Look at your own anxiety. This is the result of control. How much worse can it get? Try trust, just for an experiment. For 24 hours, decide, I will not control. I will say yes to whatever happens. If someone insults you, say yes. If the car breaks down, say yes. If the food is burnt, say yes. Just watch what happens. Suddenly the tension drops. Suddenly the energy that was wasted in fighting is available to you. You feel fresh, you feel young, you feel a strange kind of power. Not the power over others, but the power over yourself. The power of non-reaction. The fearful person is always reacting. He is like a puppet. You pull the string and he dances. Someone smiles at you, you are happy. Someone frowns at you, you are sad. Someone criticizes you, you are angry. You are a slave. Everyone has the remote control to your life except you. I want you to cut the strings. When you are the witness, you do not react, you respond. And there is a great difference. Reaction is mechanical, it comes from the past. Response is conscious, it comes from the present. When you respond, you are free. If someone insults you, you can look at them and laugh. You can see their pain. You can see that they are insulting you not because of you, but because they are suffering, they are boiling over. You don't take it personally. When you don't take it personally, there is no fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is one of the deepest roots of your anxiety. You want to belong. You want the herd to accept you, because for millions of years, if the herd kicked you out, you died. You could not survive alone in the jungle. So the biological fear is deep. I must not be alone. But you are no longer in the jungle. You are a modern human being with the capacity for consciousness. You can be alone. In fact, until you learn to be alone, you can never truly love. Listen to this carefully. Fear of aloneness creates false relationships. You cling to people not because you love them, but because you are afraid of the empty house. You use people as a blanket to cover your shivering, and the other person is using you for the same reason. It is a bargain, two beggars trying to rob each other, and then you wonder why there is conflict. When you face your fear of aloneness, when you sit in your room and allow the silence to engulf you, a miracle happens. The loneliness transforms into aloneness. Loneliness is negative. It means you are missing the other. Aloneness is positive. It means you are enjoying yourself. It means you are full. You are so full that you don't need anyone. And paradoxically, only when you don't need anyone can you truly love. Then love is a gift, not a demand. Then love is sharing, not exploitation. Fear destroys love. It is impossible to love when you are afraid. If you are afraid of your wife leaving you, you will become possessive. You will become jealous. You will put chains on her. And the chains will kill the love. And then she will leave. Or the relationship will become a corpse. And you will say, "See, I was right to be afraid." No. You created the reality with your fear. Your fear was a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you had loved without fear, If you had said, I love you and your freedom is more important to me than my security, then the love would have bloomed. Love needs freedom, like a flower needs the sun, but fear needs cages. You must choose. You cannot have both. You cannot have fear and love together. Light and darkness cannot exist in the same room. If you choose fear, forget about love. You will have only arrangements, contracts, marriages, but no love. If you choose love, you must drop fear. You must be ready to be hurt. You must be ready to be vulnerable. To be vulnerable means to take off the armor. We are all walking around like medieval knights, covered in steel plates, clanking around, bumping into each other. We cannot touch each other. We cannot feel the warmth of another's skin. We are safe, yes, inside the steel, but we are dead. Take off the armor. It is heavy, it is rusting. Throw it away. Let the wind touch your skin. Let the rain fall on you. Yes, sometimes an arrow might hit you. But it is better to be hit by an arrow and be alive than to be safe and be dead inside a tin can. This vulnerability is the doorway to the divine. God cannot enter a fortress. He enters a heart that is broken open. There is a beautiful crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Do not hide your cracks. Do not hide your wounds. Your wounds are the places where you are opening to existence. But fear tells you to hide them, to cover them with plastic smiles. Look at the faces of people in the street. Everyone is wearing a mask. The I am fine mask. How are you? I am fine. You are not fine. You are screaming inside, but the mask is glued to your face. I want you to be authentic. If you are afraid, say, I am afraid. Do not hide it. The moment you accept it, the moment you express it, it loses its power. Secrets have power over you. Truth liberates you. This journey we are on, this journey from fear to freedom, is not a journey of miles. It is a journey from the head to the heart. The head is the seat of fear. The heart is the seat of love. The head calculates. The heart celebrates. The distance is short, only about 12 inches, but it is the longest journey you will ever take. Most people die without ever completing it. They get stuck in the throat, in the words, in the theories. Drop the words, drop the logic. Logic is a useful tool for the marketplace, for mathematics, for science, but for life, logic is a cripple. Life is not logical. Life is paradoxical. You are afraid because you want life to fit into your logical boxes. If I do A, then B must happen. Life says, no. You do A, and sometimes Z happens, and you are shocked. You are angry. It's not fair. Who told you life is fair? Life is not fair, and life is not unfair. Life just is. The storm does not hate your house. The earthquake does not hate your city. They are just elemental forces. When you understand this, you stop feeling like a victim. Fear is the victim mentality. The world is out to get me. No, the world is just happening. You are the one interpreting it as an attack. Change the interpretation. Instead of seeing everything as a threat, start seeing everything as a challenge to grow, a challenge to wake up. If you lose your job, it is a shock. Fear comes. How will I eat? But if you stay with the awareness, you might see this is a chance to do what I always wanted to do. This is a chance to reinvent myself. The fear turns into excitement. The energy is the same. The direction has changed. If you get sick, fear comes. I am damaged. But if you watch, you might see the body is asking for rest. The body is asking for attention. I have been neglecting it. The sickness becomes a meditation. You become more sensitive to the subtle energies of life. Every situation can be transformed. You have the philosopher's stone within you. That stone is your consciousness. It can turn the base metal of fear into the gold of joy. But you have to work for it. Not the work of effort, but the work of remembrance. You have to remember again and again, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am the watcher. It is easy to forget. The world is a very noisy place. It is constantly shouting at you, trying to sell you things, trying to scare you. The news, the politicians, the advertisements, they are all merchants of fear. They want you to be afraid, so you will buy their products, vote for their parties, follow their rules. Turn off the noise. Spend time in silence. Silence is the antidote to fear. In silence, there is no other. There is only you. And when you go deep into that you find that there is no you either. There is only a vast empty space. And that space is not scary, it is blissful. It is the womb of existence. You came from that silence, and you will return to that silence. Why be afraid of your home? People are afraid of silence. If there is a pause in the conversation, they get nervous, they start talking about the weather, about anything just to fill the gap. Why? Because in the gap, the mind stops. And when the mind stops, you have to face yourself. And you are afraid of your own face. You have been running from yourself for lifetimes. Stop running, turn around, face the shadow. As you face it, you will see it is just smoke. You can walk right through it. And on the other side is freedom such as you have never dreamed. Freedom to be, freedom to express, freedom to live without apology. We are going to move even deeper into this. We are going to explore how this fear hides in your relationships, in your ambitions, even in your search for God. Because even your religion is based on fear. Fear of God. What an ugly phrase. How can you love someone you fear? If you fear God, you cannot love Him. And if you love God, there is no fear. Oh, we will dismantle these structures brick by brick. But for that you need to stay alert. You need to be here with me in this moment. Do not let your mind wander to the grocery list. The grocery list can wait. Your soul cannot wait. Are you still with me? Can you feel the shift happening? If you can feel the energy moving, if you can feel the cage rattling, then you are ready for the next step. The next step is to understand the mechanism of the ego. The ego is the shadow. It has no substance of its own. It is made of the opinions of others. My mother says I am good. My teacher says I am smart. My boss says I am competent. You patch these scraps of paper together and make a costume, and you call it me. And because it is made of paper, you are terrified of the rain. You are terrified of the fire. You are always protecting this paper costume. Don't touch me, I will tear. The real you is not made of paper. It is made of diamond. It cannot be torn. It cannot be burned. It is indestructible. When you find this diamond, fear becomes a joke. You will laugh at your old fears. My God, I was afraid of that. It will seem ridiculous, like a grown man afraid of the monster under the bed. But to find the diamond, you have to burn the paper. You have to be willing to be nobody. Fear comes from trying to be somebody. You want to be famous, rich, respected. You want to leave a legacy. This is all fear of death. You want to scratch your name on the walls of history so you won't be forgotten. But I say to you, be nobody. Be like a dry leaf in the wind. The wind blows north, the leaf goes north. The wind blows south, the leaf goes south. The leaf has no destination, no ambition, no fear. It is just riding the wind. Can you be like that? Can you drop the heavy burden of being somebody? If you can, you will feel a weight lift off your shoulders that you didn't even know you were carrying. The weight of the ego. It is a mountain you are carrying. Drop it, put it down. And when you put it down, you will see that you are not separate from the existence. You are part of this beautiful, chaotic, cosmic dance. The stars are dancing, the trees are dancing, the oceans are dancing. Why are you standing in the corner, stiff with fear? Come, join the dance. The music is playing. You just have to listen. It is not playing on the radio. It is playing in your breath. It is playing in your heartbeat. Listen. Can you hear it? This silence is not empty. It is full of music. It is the sound of one hand clapping. It is the sound of your own being. When you tune into this sound, fear becomes impossible. Fear is a dissonance. This sound is harmony. So my beloved ones, the path is clear. It is not a path of fighting. It is a path of relaxing. It is not a path of doing. It is a path of being. And as we move into the deeper layers of this understanding, I want you to remember one thing. You are not alone on this journey. The whole existence is cheering for you. The whole existence wants you to wake up. Because when you wake up, a part of the universe wakes up. You are not separate. Let us go deeper now. Let us look at the fear of the unknown, which is the ultimate fear, the fear of what lies beyond the mind. The mind draws a circle and says, "This is safe." Everything outside the circle is labeled danger. But life is entirely outside the circle. The circle is just a repetition of the past. If you stay in the circle, you are already dead. You are a walking zombie. To live, you must step out of the circle. You must step into the wild. And yes, your legs will shake. Let them shake. That shaking is energy. Use it. Use that energy to take the step. Do not wait for the fear to go away before you act. Act in spite of the fear. Act with the fear. Take the fear with you. Say to fear, "Come." You are trembling. I am trembling, but we are going. We are not stopping. This is the only way to grow. There is no other way. And as you step out, you will find that the monsters were cardboard cutouts. They fall over with a simple touch, and you will wonder, why did I wait so long? Do not wait any longer. The time is now. And if you are finding value in this, if these words are striking a chord in your heart, share this video. Not to promote it, but to help someone else who might be trembling in the dark. Be a light for someone else. Share it with a friend who is struggling. Sometimes just one word, one insight is enough to break the chains. Now, let us speak of the greatest disguise of fear, anger. Many of you think you are angry people. You are not. Anger is just the bodyguard of fear. When you feel threatened, you bark like a dog behind a fence. The dog barks not because he is brave, but because he is afraid. If you open the gate, the dog will stop barking and wag his tail. Your anger is your defense mechanism. You are afraid of being hurt, so you attack first. It is a preemptive strike. You push people away before they can get close enough to see your trembling. Watch your anger. Trace it back to its source. Always, without exception, you will find fear. Fear of being exposed. Fear of being weak. Fear of losing control. When you see the fear behind the anger dissolves. You cannot be angry when you admit you are afraid. You become humble, and in that humility there is great strength. So humility is not weakness. Humility is the courage to stand naked before existence. To say, "I am afraid," is the beginning of fearlessness. Because when you are truthful, nature supports you. Truth has a vibration that aligns you with the cosmos. Lies disconnect you. And fear is nothing but a web of lies you tell yourself to avoid facing the reality. Let us look at another mask fear wears. We spoke of anger, now let us speak of jealousy. You think jealousy is a sign of love? You say, I am jealous because I love her so much. Rubbish. You are jealous because you are afraid. You are afraid that you are not enough. You are afraid of comparison. You are afraid of being replaced. Jealousy is the fear of inferiority. If you were truly centered in your being, if you knew your own worth, not the worth given by society, but the intrinsic worth of just being alive, you would never be jealous. If your lover goes to someone else, you would say, I am happy that you are happy. If you find joy there, go. My love is not a cage. But you cannot say that, because your love is a business deal. I give you security, you give me your body. I give you money, you give me your loyalty. It is a market, and in the market everyone is afraid of thieves. Everyone is afraid of losing their property. You have reduced living human beings to property. You say, my wife, my husband. Possessiveness is fear in action. You want to freeze the other person. You want them to be predictable, but life is not predictable. A person is a river changing every moment. Today she loves you, tomorrow, who knows? If you are brave, you accept the who knows. If you are a coward, you force her to sign a paper. You force her to make a vow. I will love you forever. How can you promise what you will feel in 10 years? You don't even know what you will feel tomorrow. Such promises are lies, and a life built on lies is a life built on fear. You are terrified of the flux of life. Heraclitus said, you cannot step into the same river twice. I say, you cannot step into the same river even once, because by the time you step, the water has moved and you have changed. We are all strangers. Do you realize this? You think you know your partner, you think you know your children, you only know the image you have created of them. They are vast mysteries. Every human being is an abyss. If you look deep into their eyes, you will get dizzy because you cannot find the bottom. But fear makes you stay on the surface. You talk about trivial things, the weather, the food, the neighbors, because if you talk about the real things, the deep things, you might touch the abyss, and the abyss scares you. So you create a comfortable life. A sofa, a TV, a car, a bank account. You pad your cell with soft cushions, and you slowly fall asleep in this comfort. But deep down, there is a trembling, because you know intuitively that this comfort is fragile. One phone call from the doctor, one accident, one economic crash, and the cushions are gone. And then, because you have never exercised your courage, you collapse. Do not wait for the crisis to practice courage. Practice it now. Practice it in small things. Start by saying no when you want to say no. How many times have you said yes out of fear? Fear of offending, fear of not being liked, fear of conflict. Each false yes is a brick in your prison wall. Be authentic. If you mean no, let your no be a holy word. Let it come from your navel, not just your throat. And when you want to say yes, say it totally. Don't say maybe. Don't be lukewarm. Jesus said, because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. Existence spits out the lukewarm. Be hot or be cold, but don't be lukewarm. Fear makes you lukewarm. It makes you live at minimum capacity. You breathe shallowly. You love partially. You laugh politely. Have you ever seen a person laugh totally? A belly laugh? It is a meditation. In a deep laugh, thinking stops. The ego disappears. For a moment, you are just the laughter. But society says, shh, don't laugh so loud, it is not polite. Society wants you to be serious. Seriousness is a disease. It is the cancer of the soul. All your saints, your politicians, your teachers, they look so serious, long faces, as if they are carrying the burden of the universe. They are just constipated, spiritual constipation. They cannot let go. I want you to be playful. Life is Leela. It is play. Look at the children. They are serious about their play, but they are playful. They can drop it in a second. If you can approach your life as a game, fear loses its grip. Who is afraid in a game? If you lose, you lose. You shuffle the cards and deal again. But you treat life as a courtroom where you are on trial for your life. Relax. You have already been sentenced to death. The day you were born, the sentence was passed. You are going to die. So what is there to worry about? The worst has already been guaranteed. Now, in the meantime, enjoy the ride. If you are beginning to feel the lightness of this truth, if you can feel the heavy backpack of seriousness slipping off your shoulders, show me. In the comments write, I am ready to play. Let this be your declaration to the universe that you are resigning from the serious club. Now let's talk about the future. The mind is always obsessed with the future. There is a difference. You miss the tea you are drinking right now because you are worrying about the tea you might not have 10 years from now. You ruin the present for a future that exists only in your imagination. And when that future comes, it will come as the present, and you will ruin it again by worrying about the next future. It is a vicious circle. You are chasing the horizon. You never arrive. Stop. Arrive. You are here. This breath, this moment, this is it. There is nothing else. God is not in the tomorrow. God is in the now. If you cannot find Him now, you will never find Him. But the mind says, but Osho, I have responsibilities. Yes, fulfill them, but fulfill them with joy, not with heaviness. If you feed your children with a heavy heart, full of worry, you are feeding them poison. They will eat your food, but they will also eat your anxiety, and they will grow up anxious. The greatest gift you can give your children is not money, not education, but your own fearlessness, your own joy. If they see you dancing with life, they will learn to dance. If they see you trembling, they will learn to tremble. You teach what you are. You cannot teach what you say. And this brings us to the fear of authority, the fear of the big other. It starts with the father, then the teacher, then the boss, then the policeman, then God. It is a hierarchy of fear. You are always looking for a daddy. You want someone to tell you what to do, because if they tell you what to do, you don't have to take responsibility. If you follow the priest and you go to hell, you can blame the priest. He told me to do it, but you cannot blame anyone. You chose to follow. Freedom is maturity. Maturity means taking the responsibility for your own life on your own shoulders. It means risking being wrong. Are you willing to be wrong? Are you willing to be a sinner? The churches have made you afraid of sin. If you do this, you will burn in hell. I tell you, the only hell is the life unlived. The only sin is unconsciousness. If you act with total awareness, even if it is a mistake by society's standards, it is virtuous because it comes from your truth. And if you follow the rules with a dead heart, full of fear, it is a sin. Even if you are giving to charity, if you are doing it out of fear of hell or desire for heaven, it is a sin. It is bribery. You are trying to bribe God. Look, I gave money to the poor. Now give me a palace in paradise. Do you think God is corrupt? Do you think he takes bribes? Drop all these transaction mindsets. Life is not a transaction. It is a poetry. You love because love is joy. You share because sharing is joy, not for a reward. The action itself is the reward. When you live like this, fear has no entry point. Fear enters when you are result-oriented. I will do this only if I get that. Then you are afraid you might not get that. The Bhagavad Gita says, you have the right to the action, but not to the fruit of the action. This is one of the profoundest psychological insights ever given. Just dance. Don't ask if the audience will applaud. If you are looking at the audience, you will miss the step. You will fall. Dance for the sheer bliss of dancing. And what about the fear of public opinion? What will people say? This is the biggest prison warden. Millions of people are living lives they hate, married to people they don't love, doing jobs they despise, just because what will people say? Who are these people? They are just as afraid as you are. They are watching you to see if you step out of line, just as you are watching them. It is a mutual conspiracy of cowardice. If you step out of line, if you start living your own truth, at first they will be angry. They will condemn you. Why? Because your freedom insults their slavery. Your joy insults their misery. They want to pull you back down into the mud. Who do you think you are? They will say, but if you persist, if you keep dancing, if you keep smiling, eventually their anger will turn into respect, and then it will turn into admiration. And finally, they will come to you and ask, what is your secret? How are you so free? But you have to weather the storm of their disapproval first. You have to be willing to be an outsider. The seeker of truth is always an outsider. He does not belong to the crowd. The crowd is comfortable, it is warm, it smells of other people's sweat, it is cozy, but the crowd is stupid. The collective mind is always the lowest common denominator. To find yourself, you must leave the crowd. You must go into the forest, metaphorically or literally. You must face the silence. And yes, in the beginning, the silence will roar at you. All your repressed fears will come up. That is why people turn on the radio, the TV, the internet the moment they are alone. They are terrified of what might come up from the basement. But let it come up. Let the ghosts dance. Watch them. They cannot hurt you. They are memories. They are echoes. You are the sky. Can a cloud hurt the sky? Can a thunderstorm hurt the sky? The sky allows everything. It has no boundaries. Your consciousness is that sky. Now let us bring this down to the body. Fear is stored in the body. It is stored in your muscles, in your gut, in your jaw. Observe yourself right now. Are your shoulders tight? Is your jaw clenched? Is your stomach knotted? This is frozen fear. You are carrying it 24 hours a day. Conscious relaxation is the way to melt this ice. Start with the breath. When you are afraid, you stop breathing, or you breathe very shallowly. This is a biological mechanism. In nature, if you want to hide from a predator, you hold your breath. You become still, but there is no predator. You are sitting in your living room, but your body is acting as if a tiger is at the door. So, consciously breathe deep. Exhale fully. When you exhale fully, you let go. The inhalation is taking life in. The exhalation is letting death happen. It is a mini death. Do not be afraid to exhale. Empty your lungs completely. When the breath flows deep and rhythmic, fear cannot maintain its grip. The physiology of fear and the physiology of deep breathing are opposites. They cannot coexist. Then check your body. Where is the tension? Talk to that part of the body. Shoulders drop, let go. Belly soften, it is safe. You will be amazed. If you talk to your body with love, it listens. Your body is your most loyal servant, but you have treated it like a slave. You have whipped it with your ambitions and your fears. Be gentle with it. When the body relaxes, the mind relaxes. They are connected. You cannot have a tense body and a relaxed mind, nor a tense mind and a relaxed body. They are two ends of the same pole. And as you relax, you will find a new source of energy arising. It is not the nervous energy of adrenaline, it is the calm, potent energy of hara, the center just below the navel. This is where the Japanese samurai moves from. This is where the Buddha sits from. When you are centered in the hara, you have a gravity, you are grounded, you are like a great oak tree with roots deep in the earth. The wind may blow the leaves, but the trunk does not move. This grounding is essential. Without it, you are a leaf in the wind. With it, you are the wind itself. We are moving towards a point where we will discuss the ultimate fear, the fear of time, the fear of running out of time. The ego lives in time, the soul lives in eternity. But before we go there, I want you to look at your relationships again. Are they based on need or on overflow? A fearful person needs, I need you to love me so I can feel good about myself. This is a beggar's bowl. And if you go to people with a beggar's bowl, sooner or later they will kick you. Nobody respects a beggar. Become an emperor. How? By realizing that the kingdom is inside you. You have so much love, so much joy within you that you don't need to beg. You can give, you can share. I love you not because I need you, but because I am love. When you shift from needing to sharing, fear disappears from the relationship. Because you are not afraid of losing the source of your happiness, you are the source. If the other person leaves, you will be sad, yes, you will miss them, but your source is not gone, your light is not extinguished. You will continue to shine. You will share with someone else, or with the trees, or with the stars. Love is not a relationship. Love is a state of being. If you are loving to the dog, to the flower, to the rock. You don't say, I will love only this person and hate the rest of the world. That is not love. That is politics. When you are love, you are fearless. Love casts out fear. This is not just a poetic saying, it is a scientific fact of the inner world. So my invitation to you is, don't work on fear directly. Work on love. Work on awareness. If your house is full of darkness, don't try to shovel the darkness out. It is impossible. Bring in the light. Start loving yourself. This is the first step. You have been taught to condemn yourself. I am a sinner. I am ugly. I am stupid. Who told you this? Drop these voices. They are not yours. Love yourself. Respect yourself. You are a unique manifestation of the divine. Existence took so much trouble to create you, and existence never repeats itself. There has never been anyone like you before, and there will never be anyone like you again. You are original. Celebrate your originality. When you love yourself, you become centered, and a centered man cannot be intimidated. You can kill him, but you cannot make him tremble. Socrates was condemned to death. He was given poison. His disciples were crying, weeping. Socrates said, "Stop. Why are you crying? I have lived my life fully. I have said what I wanted to say. Now death is coming as a rest. I am curious. I want to see what is on the other side." He took the poison as if it were wine. His hand did not shake. This is the man of awareness. He transformed even death into an adventure. You can do this too. It is your potential. It is sleeping inside you. I am just shaking you to wake it up. And remember, this is not a serious business. Do not make a project out of it. Now I must work on my fear. No. Play with it. Laugh at it. Next time fear comes, look in the mirror and make a funny face. Stick your tongue out. Dance a crazy dance. Break the pattern. The mind expects you to sit in the corner and cry. Instead, jump and shout, Yahoo! The mind will be shocked. What happened to this guy? He is supposed to be afraid. You will confuse the mechanism. And in that confusion, a gap will open, a gap of freedom. We are going to explore this gap further. We are going to see how this gap is the doorway to the divine. But for now, absorb this. Let it sink deep into your bones. You are not the fear, you are the space in which fear happens. And if you are ready to expand that space, if you are ready to be the sky and not the cloud, then join me in the next part of this journey. We are going to go into the very nature of the ego, the false self that is the mother of all fears. We are going to perform a surgery to separate the true from the false. But before we go, I have a small request. If you know someone who is living in a cage of fear, a partner, a friend, a parent, share this message with them. You might be the hand that opens their door. And for yourself, affirm this truth one more time. Write it down, speak it out loud, put it in the comments to seal the vibration. I am the sky. Fear is just a cloud. Stay with me. The best is yet to come. The deeper we go, the lighter it gets. And this lightness is what terrifies the ego the most. The ego cannot exist in lightness. It is heavy. It is made of lead. It needs gravity. It needs seriousness. It needs problems to weigh it down. If you become too light, if you become weightless, the ego starts to dissolve. And to the ego, dissolution is death. This is why just when you are about to break through, just when you are about to touch the silence, the mind suddenly creates a panic. It throws up 1,000 distractions. My leg hurts. Did I turn off the stove? What about that argument I had 3 years ago? It tries to pull you back down into the mud. It is fighting for its survival. But you must understand, the death of the ego is not your death. It is your liberation. Imagine you are in a prison cell. You have been there so long that you have decorated the walls. You have put up pictures. You have painted the bars gold. You have named the rats. You think this cell is your home. And then someone comes with a key and unlocks the door. He says, "Come out. You are free." Do you run out? No. You shrink back. You are afraid of the vastness outside. You are afraid of the sun. You say, "But who will feed me? Who will tell me when to sleep? What will I do with all this freedom?" You have fallen in love with your chains. The ego is that prison cell. It is comfortable because it is known, it is limited, but it is safe, or so you think. But I am here to tell you that the door is open. In fact, there never was a door. You were just sitting in a corner with your eyes closed, dreaming of walls. Open your eyes. The walls are smoke. Let us perform the surgery I promised. Let us look for this I that you are so afraid to lose. Close your eyes for a moment. Or if you can't, look inward. Where is this I? Point to it. Is it in your hand? If I cut off your hand, are you still you? Yes. Is it in your heart? If you get a heart transplant, are you still you? Yes. Is it in your brain? Even if parts of the brain are removed, the sense of being remains. Go deeper. Is it in your thoughts? Thoughts come and go. You are the one watching them. So you cannot be the thought. Is it in your emotions? Anger comes. anger goes. You remain. If you peel the onion of your being layer by layer, body, mind, thoughts, emotions, memories, you will find that there is no hard kernel inside called the ego. You will find nothingness, shunya, emptiness. And this finding is the greatest discovery a human being can make, because in this nothingness you are everything. When you are empty of the false self, the divine rushes in. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you empty yourself of your petty ego, of your fear, of your ambition, the whole universe fills you up. You become the vehicle for the cosmos, but you are full of junk. You are full of the furniture of the past. There is no room for God in your house. It is too crowded, and you are standing at the door guarding the junk, afraid that someone will steal your misery. Yes, you protect your misery. Have you noticed? If someone tries to take away your sadness, you get angry. You say, I have a right to be sad. You don't know what I've been through. You cherish your wounds. You keep picking at them so they don't heal, because your wounds give you an identity. I am the victim. I am the one who suffered. Drop the victimhood. It is a beggar's game. Rise up. You are not a victim of the world. You are the creator of your world. You create it every moment with your perception. If you look with fear, you create a hell. If you look with love, you create a heaven. It is the same world. The difference is in your eyes. This is why I say, change your eyes, not the scenery. You can travel to the Himalayas, you can go to a monastery, but if you take your fearful eyes with you, you will create a hell in the Himalayas. You will find something to worry about, the cold, the food, the bugs. But if you have clear eyes, you can live in the marketplace, in the noise, and you will be in paradise. Paradise is not a geographical location. It is a psychological space. It is the space of no fear. But let us go back to the ego. Why does it need fear? Because the ego is a separate entity. At least, it thinks it is. It thinks, I am here and the world is out there. And because the world is so big and the ego is so small, the ego is constantly terrified. The world is going to crush me. It is like a small wave afraid of the ocean. The ocean is so big it will swallow me. The wave has forgotten that it is the ocean. It is not separate. The moment you realize, I am life, I am the existence, who is there to be afraid of? Can your right hand be afraid of your left hand? They belong to the same body. You and the person you fear belong to the same consciousness. This is a radical shift. It changes everything. It changes how you do business, how you treat your neighbor, how you treat the environment. You stop exploiting, because how can you exploit yourself? You stop fighting, because how can you fight your own limbs? The illusion of separation is the root of all evil and all fear, and society reinforces this separation from the moment you enter school. You must be better than the others. You must come first in class. You must defeat the competition. They teach you that life is a battlefield. It is not. Life is an ecosystem. Nothing exists alone. The tree needs the soil needs the worm needs the bird needs the tree. It is a circle of cooperation. But you have been taught to live in a straight line of competition. Competition breeds anxiety. You are always looking over your shoulder. Is someone gaining on me? Is someone better than me? You can never relax. Even if you become the emperor of the world, you will be afraid of the assassination. In fact, the higher you go, the more afraid you become. The man at the top is the most lonely, the most fearful man on earth. He has everything to lose. I want you to step out of the ladder. Don't climb, just be. The flower does not try to be better than the other flowers. The rose is not trying to be a lotus. The lotus is not trying to be a sunflower. They are just enjoying their own blooming. And because they are not competing, the garden is beautiful. Imagine if the flowers started competing. The rose would say, I need to be bigger. The lotus would say, I need to be redder. It would be a madhouse. It would be ugly. Humanity has become a madhouse. Everyone trying to be someone else, everyone wearing a mask, everyone trembling behind the mask. If you want to exit the madhouse, the door is simple: acceptance. Accept yourself as you are. Total, radical acceptance. I am this, I am afraid. Okay, I am afraid. I am jealous. Okay, I am jealous. Do not judge, do not condemn, just accept. The moment you accept, the energy transforms, the fight stops. And when the fight stops, the energy that was being wasted in conflict becomes available for creativity, for love, for meditation. A person who accepts themselves is magnetic. Have you ever met someone who is totally at ease with themselves? They don't have to be beautiful, they don't have to be rich, but there is a light around them, a grace. You just want to be near them because their relaxation is contagious. Be that person, be a pool of coolness in this hot, feverish world. And don't worry about improving yourself. The self-improvement industry is another trap of fear. You are not good enough. Buy this book, do this course, and you will become better. It is the same old conditioning. You are not enough. You are enough. You were born enough. Existence does not create imperfections. Do you think God made a mistake with you? Oops, I forgot to put in the confidence gene. No, you are a masterpiece, but you have covered the masterpiece with graffiti, the graffiti of other people's opinions. Wash off the graffiti. That is what we are doing here. We are scrubbing the soul. It hurts sometimes. The scrubbing can be painful. You are attached to the dirt. You think the dirt is you. But as the layers come off, you will feel lighter and lighter. There is a parable I love from the Zen tradition, the empty boat. A man is rowing his boat upstream. It is a foggy morning. Suddenly he sees another boat coming downstream, heading straight for him. He shouts, "Hey, watch out, turn aside!" But the boat keeps coming. He gets angry. He screams, "You idiot! Are you blind?" The boat comes closer and closer. He is furious now, ready to punch the other guy. Crash! The boats collide. The man stands up, shaking with rage, ready to curse the other boatman, and then he looks. The other boat is empty. It drifted loose from the dock and floated downstream. There is no one to be angry at. In a split second, his anger collapses. He laughs. I tell you, the world is an empty boat. The people who hurt you, they are empty boats. They are unconscious. They are driven by the currents of their own conditioning, their own pain. They are not steering. They are asleep at the wheel. Why are you angry at an empty boat? Why are you afraid of an empty boat? When you realize that everyone is acting out of their own unconsciousness, compassion arises. You stop taking it personally. You see that your father, your mother, your boss, they were all victims of victims. They were passing on the virus of fear because they didn't know any better. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, that is arrogant, but because you deserve to be free of the burden of resentment. Resentment is drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Throw up the poison, let it go, and now a hook for your mind, something to catch you before you drift away. Ask yourself this question and be honest. What would I do today if I had absolutely no fear? Think about it. Would you call someone? Would you quit your job? Would you paint? Would you dance? Whatever the answer is, that is your life calling to you. That is your destiny waiting on the other side of the fear. I am not saying do it immediately and recklessly. I am saying acknowledge it, look at it, admit to yourself, this is what I want, and fear is the only thing stopping me. Just admitting this is a huge step. Most people lie to themselves. I don't want to paint, it's not practical. No, you are afraid. Honesty is the sharpest blade. It cuts through the ropes of lies. If you are brave enough to answer that question, write it down, share it in the comments. If I had no fear, I would. Let us see the dreams that are waiting to be born. Let us create a community of dreamers waking up. Now let us move to the fear of losing control. This is a big one. You think you are the driver of your life. You are clutching the steering wheel so tight your knuckles are white. But have you ever considered that maybe, just maybe, you are not driving, that life is happening through you? When you digest your food, are you doing it? No. When you sleep, are you doing it? No. When a thought comes, did you manufacture it or did it just appear? Most of your life is automated, it is happening by itself, but the ego sits on top like a fly sitting on the wheel of a moving chariot and says, look at the dust I am raising, look how I am driving this chariot. The fly is not driving, the horses are driving, the existence is driving. The moment you realize you are not the doer, fear vanishes. If I am not the doer, I am not responsible for the result, I am just a vehicle. If the chariot goes left, I go left. If it goes right, I go right. I am enjoying the scenery. This is the concept of Wu Wei, effortless action, action without the actor. When a dancer is totally in the dancer disappears. There is only the dance. The foot moves, the hand turns, but there is no I deciding it. It flows. And those are the moments of supreme beauty. You have tasted this, I know you have. Maybe in sports, maybe in sex, maybe in painting, maybe just walking in nature. A moment where you were not there and everything was perfect. That is your natural state. The ego is an unnatural contraction. Relax the contraction. Let the flow take over. But Osho, if I just flow, won't I become lazy? Won't I stop achieving? This is the fear speaking again, the fear of being unproductive. You have been taught that value equals production, that you are a machine. You are not a machine, you are a god. A god does not need to produce. A god creates out of overflow, out of play. When you act from non-fear, your action is tremendous. It has power. It has grace. You might work harder than before, but it won't feel like work. It will feel like play. You won't be tired because you are not resisting. Resistance creates fatigue. Friction creates fatigue. When you flow with the river, there is no friction. You are energized by the river. So do not worry about becoming lazy. A lazy person is just a person who is doing things they hate. If you do what you love, you are inexhaustible. And this brings us to the ultimate question: who are you? If you are not the body, not the mind, not the doer, who are you? You are the witness, Sakshi. You are the consciousness that is aware of the fear. And because you are aware of it, you are bigger than it. The container is always bigger than the content. If you can see the fear, you are not the fear. This simple logic is the key to the handcuffs. Practice this. Become a watcher on the hill. Watch your life as if it is happening to someone else in the valley below. Look, the body is hungry. Look, the mind is angry. Look, the emotions are turbulent. Keep your distance. The distance is your freedom. And as you practice this witnessing, you will notice gaps in the stream of thought, moments of pure silence. These gaps are the windows into the divine. At first, they will be small, just a second here, a second there, but cherish them. They are pearls. String them together. Slowly, the gaps will get bigger. The silence will last for minutes, then hours. And one day, the background and the foreground will flip. The silence will become the ground of your being, and thoughts will just be tiny birds flying across the vast sky. They will not disturb you. This is what we call enlightenment. It is not some mystical superpower. It is just being settled in your true nature. It is coming home. You are wandering in the streets cold and hungry looking for a home, and all the while the key to the palace is in your pocket. I am just reminding you to check your pocket. Don't believe me. Belief is cheap. Belief is just doubt covered up. Experience it. Experiment with it. Tonight, before you go to sleep, sit on your bed for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and just watch the darkness behind your eyelids. Don't do a mantra. Don't chant. Just watch. Whatever comes, thoughts, images, itchiness, just watch. Don't say good. Don't say bad. Just say neti, neti. Not this, not that. I am not this thought. I am not this sensation. As you fall asleep, try to keep a tiny thread of alertness. The body is falling asleep, but a small light inside remains awake. If you can carry that light into sleep, you will lose your fear of dreams. And if you lose your fear of dreams, you lose your fear of death, because death is just a long sleep without dreams. And if you can carry that light into death, then you are free from the wheel of birth and death. You have graduated, you have learned the lesson of this school. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Let us come back to the marketplace. Let us come back to your Monday morning. Because if your spirituality doesn't work on Monday morning, it is useless. It is an escape. How to be fearless in the office. The boss is shouting. The deadline is looming. Use the technique. The boss is shouting. Listen to the sound. Don't interpret the words. He hates me. I'm going to be fired. Just listen to the sound waves. It is just noise. He is venting energy. It has nothing to do with you. Keep your center. Breathe into your belly. Smile, not a sarcastic smile, but a genuine smile of compassion. He is suffering. He is in hell. Why join him? If you stay calm, your calmness will act as a mirror. He will see his own ugliness in your silence. He might stop, or he might get angrier because he cannot provoke you. It doesn't matter. You are safe. Your dignity is untouched. This is the armor of the witness. It is invisible, but nothing can penetrate it. You have spent your life building walls of stone to protect yourself. I am saying, tear down the stone walls and build a wall of light, a wall of awareness. Stone walls imprison you. A wall of light protects you but leaves you free. The choice is yours. You can remain a frightened seed, tight in the bud, afraid to blossom, because what if the wind tears my petals? Or you can open. You can risk the blossoming. Yes, the petals will fall one day, but before they fall, you will have released your fragrance. You will have danced with the wind. You will have lived. A seed that never opens is safe, but it is not alive. It is a tomb. Don't be a tomb, be a garden. And remember, the garden does not grow in a day. It takes patience, it takes watering. The water is meditation, the sun is awareness. Do not get frustrated if fear comes back tomorrow. It will come back. It has a momentum of 40, 50 years. It won't stop in a day. When it comes back, say, "Ah, my old friend, you are back. Come, have a seat. Don't slam the door. Welcome it. And because you don't fight it, it will not stay long. It only stays where there is a fight. It loves the drama. If you don't give it drama, it gets bored and leaves. Be boring to your fear. This is a very potent secret. Be absolutely boring to your demons. Don't entertain them. Don't argue with them. Just nod and say, "Is that so?" The mind says, "You are going to go bankrupt." You say, "Is that so?" The mind says, "You have cancer." You say, "Is that so?" Let's see. Neutrality, indifference. This is the sword that cuts the head of the dragon. Now, as we prepare to move into the next phase of this discourse, I want to talk about the fear of intimacy, which is the fear of being seen. We all want to be seen, yet we are terrified of it, because we think if people really saw us, they would run away. We are going to explore how to drop the shame that binds you. Because shame and fear are sisters, they hold hands. If you are ashamed of who you are, you will be afraid of the world. We will dissolve the shame. We will burn it in the fire of celebration. But first, I want you to simply breathe. Feel the life in your body. It is good. It is strong. It has brought you this far. Trust it. You are a miracle. Stop acting like a mistake. And the moment you stop acting like a mistake, the whole structure of shame begins to crumble. Shame is the mortar that holds the bricks of fear together. Without shame, fear cannot stand. You have been told for centuries that you are born in sin, that you are flawed, that you are dirty. This is the greatest crime committed against humanity. It is a spiritual murder. Who told you that you are dirty? Look at the trees. Look at the animals. Do they feel dirty? Does a cat feel shame for being a cat? No. Only man suffers from this sickness. And because you feel deep down that there is something wrong with you, you are afraid of exposure. You are afraid that if people come too close, they will smell your badness. So you build walls. You keep people at a distance. You call it privacy, but it is not privacy, it is hiding. This hiding creates a tremendous tension. You are always on guard. What if they find out? Find out what? That you are human, that you have desires, that you have anger, that you are sexual. What is there to hide? These are the gifts of existence. Sex is the energy of life. Anger is the energy of protection. Desire is the energy of movement. But the priests and the politicians have told you, sex is sin, anger is bad, desire is the root of suffering. They have turned your own energies against you. They have created a civil war inside your body. When you are fighting with your own biology, of course you are afraid. You are fighting a losing battle. You cannot defeat nature. You can only suppress it. And what you suppress goes into the dark corners of your unconscious and becomes a demon. I say to you, befriend your nature. Make peace with your biology. If you are sexual, celebrate it. It is the energy that created you. It is holy. If you are angry, watch it, understand it, channel it into creativity, but do not condemn it. Condemnation does not liberate, it binds. When you accept your humanity totally, shame evaporates. And when shame evaporates, you become transparent. You become an open book. You have nothing to hide. And when you have nothing to hide, fear cannot touch you, because fear needs secrets to survive. Think about the politicians. They are the most fearful people because they have the most secrets. They are terrified of the journalist, terrified of the microphone left on, terrified of the leak. A man of truth has no secrets. You can put a microphone in his bedroom, you can put a camera in his bathroom. He is the same. He has nothing to conceal. This transparency is what I call intimacy. Intimacy is not just about sex. Intimacy is intimacy, allowing the other to see into you. But you can only allow that if you have first accepted what is inside. If you hate what is inside, you will put up a curtain. You are afraid of intimacy because you are afraid of rejection. But listen closely. You are rejecting yourself first. The other person is just a mirror reflecting your own self-rejection. If you love yourself, if you delight in your own being, you will not be afraid of the other's gaze. In fact, you will welcome it. You will say, "Come, look, see the glory of existence within me." And if they reject you, it doesn't matter. It is their loss. You are still a king. You are still a queen. Your value does not depend on their approval. This shift from seeking approval to celebrating existence is the shift from fear to freedom. And if you are ready to drop the heavy coat of shame, if you are ready to stand naked in the sun of awareness, verify it with action. Do not just listen, participate. Hit the like button on this video, not for the algorithm, but as a digital nod to the universe, saying, "I agree, I am not a mistake." Now, let us deal with the internal judge. You have a voice in your head that is constantly criticizing you. You shouldn't have said that. You are lazy. You are fat. You are stupid. This voice is not yours. It is a recording. It is the voice of your father, your mother, your teacher, your priest. It is the collective voice of society implanted in your brain to keep you in line. Freud called it the superego. I call it the internal parasite. It eats your energy. It keeps you small. It keeps you fearful. You want to dance, and the judge says, "Don't be ridiculous. People are watching." You want to sing, and the judge says, "You have a terrible voice." You must kill this judge. Do not worry, it is not a murder. The judge is not a real person. It is a phantom. But how to kill a phantom? You cannot shoot it. You cannot strangle it. You kill it by laughing at it. Next time the judge starts criticizing you, simply say, "Thank you for your opinion. Now shut up." Or better yet, imagine the judge has a squeaky, funny voice like a cartoon character. Imagine he is wearing a clown nose. It is very hard to be afraid of a clown. Mockery is a powerful tool against the ego. The ego cannot survive laughter. It needs to be taken seriously. When you stop taking the internal critic seriously, fear loses its authority. You become the master of your own house. You decide what is right and what is wrong based on your own awareness, not on a dead rule book from the past. This is the birth of the individual. Society hates individuals. Society loves the crowd. Society wants you to fit in. But to fit in, you have to chop off parts of yourself. You have to chop off your wildness, your uniqueness. It is a Procrustean bed. If you are too long, they cut your legs. If you are too short, they stretch you. I say, jump out of the bed. Be yourself, whatever the cost. Because the cost of conformity is your soul, and that is too high a price to pay for safety. What is the point of being safe if you are dead inside? The fearful man lives a long life, perhaps, but it is a shallow life. It is a life of drag. He drags himself from the cradle to the grave. He never flies. I want you to fly. And to fly, you must be light. You must drop the luggage of guilt, the luggage of shoulds and should nots. Look at the sky. Does the bird carry a suitcase? I must carry my morality. I must carry my reputation. No, the bird is just consciousness on wings. You are consciousness. You don't need wings. Your awareness is your wings. But you are weighed down by the past. Fear is always rooted in the past. I was hurt before, so I will be hurt again. You are projecting a memory onto the future. This is a misuse of imagination. Imagination is a tool for creation, not for repetition. Use your imagination to create a new possibility, not to replay an old nightmare. When you catch yourself replaying the past, stop, snap your fingers, literally. Wake yourself up. Say, that was then, this is now. The now is fresh. It has never happened before. It is innocent. In this moment, you are not the person who was hurt 10 years ago. Every cell in your body has changed since then. You are new. Why are you carrying an old ghost? It is like carrying a corpse on your back. It smells. It is heavy. Drop it. Bury the dead. Let the past be dead. And greet the present like a lover. And when you greet the present, you will find that there is no fear. There is only aliveness, sometimes intense aliveness, which the mind mistakes for fear. For example, you fall in love. It is terrifying. Why? Because love is a death. The I dissolves in the we. The boundaries melt. And the ego is screaming, emergency, emergency. The walls are coming down. Do not listen to the ego. Let the walls come down. When the walls come down, the wind of the universe blows through you. It is chilly at first. You are used to the stale air of your prison, but soon you will breathe the fresh oxygen of freedom. And you will realize that the prison was not protecting you, it was suffocating you. We are terrified of the very things that will save us. We are terrified of love. We are terrified of silence. We are terrified of letting go. It is a madness. We cling to our misery because it is familiar. We avoid bliss because it is unknown. I am inviting you to take a risk. The risk of happiness. Happiness takes courage. Misery is easy. Any coward can be miserable. In fact, you have to be a coward to be miserable. To be happy, you have to be a rebel. You have to rebel against the whole conditioning of a miserable society. Look at people's faces. They look as if they are in mourning. If you walk down the street smiling, laughing to yourself, people will look at you with suspicion. Is he drunk? Is he crazy? Is he on drugs? They cannot believe that someone can be just naturally happy, because happiness is an insult to their misery. Be an insult, be a provocation. Your happiness will trigger them, yes, but it might also wake them up. It might make them wonder, what does he have that I don't? This is the only way to change the world. Not by politics, not by revolutions, but by being a contagious source of joy. If you are fearless, you become a light in the darkness. You don't have to preach. Your presence is the sermon. And remember, fearlessness does not mean you never feel a tremor. It means you don't stop. The tightrope walker feels the tremor, but he uses it to find his balance. If he becomes rigid, he falls. He has to be fluid. He has to flow with the tremor. Life is a tightrope. Balance is needed every moment. You cannot store balance. You cannot say, I balanced yesterday, so today I can sleep. No, it is a moment-to-moment awareness. And this demand for awareness is what keeps you alive. If life were perfectly safe, you would go to sleep. Danger is needed to keep you awake. So thank the danger, thank the insecurity. It is your alarm clock. When the economy crashes, don't panic. See it as an opportunity. Okay, the old way is gone. What is the new way? When a relationship ends, don't collapse. Okay, that chapter is finished. What is the next adventure? This attitude of what next is the attitude of a child. A child is never stuck in the past. If a toy breaks, he cries for a minute and then he finds a new toy. He moves on. Be like a child. Jesus said, unless you become like little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. He was not talking about age, he was talking about innocence. He was talking about the ability to live without the baggage of the past. But you are carrying mountains of baggage, my karma, my sins, my trauma. You are not your trauma. You are the space in which trauma happened. The space is never damaged. If you light a fire in a room, the space does not burn. If you flood the room, the space does not get wet. You are that space. Akasha. Identify with the space, not the furniture. The furniture, your body, your mind, your history will get old, will break, will rot. But the space is eternal. When you know you are eternal, what is there to fear? Death. Death is just changing the furniture. The fear of death is the underlying current of all your other fears. You are afraid of the spider because the spider represents death. You are afraid of the height because the fall represents death. You are afraid of losing money because poverty represents death. Face the root, face death. Contemplate your own death, not morbidly but factually. One day this breath will be the last. It is a certainty. If you accept this certainty, suddenly the time you have left becomes precious. You stop wasting it on stupid things. You stop wasting it on arguments, on grudges, on worrying. I have only a limited time. Let me dance, let me love, let me sing. Death is the best teacher of life. If you keep death on your left shoulder, you will live with intensity. You will live with passion. You will not postpone. Postponement is the trick of the fearful mind. I will be happy tomorrow. I will meditate when I retire. I will forgive him on his deathbed. Why wait? Tomorrow never comes. Do it now. Forgive now. Love now. Laugh now. If you live totally in the now, you will leave no unfinished business. And if you have no unfinished business, you have no fear of death. You are ready to go any moment. Your bags are packed. You have lived. You have squeezed the juice out of the lemon of life. Most people die with the lemon still full. They saved it for a special occasion, and now they are dying and the lemon is dry. Don't save life. Spend it. Squander it. The more you give, the more you have. This is the mathematics of the inner world. It is the opposite of the outer world. In the outer world, if you give money, you have less. In the inner world, if you give love, you have more. If you give courage, you become braver. So be a spendthrift of your soul. Pour yourself out. And do not worry about the receiver. Maybe they are worthy, maybe they are not. It doesn't matter. You give because it is your nature to give. Like the flower gives fragrance, it doesn't check who is walking by. Oh, this is a bad man. I will stop my fragrance. Oh, this is a good man. I will give more. The flower just gives. Be a flower, and don't be a plastic flower. Plastic flowers are safe. They never die. But they never live. They have no fragrance. Be a real flower. Fragile, yes. Mortal, yes. But alive. The beauty of the rose is partly because it is so fragile. If it were made of steel, nobody would write poetry about it. Your vulnerability is your beauty. Your trembling heart is your beauty. Don't hide it. Share your trembling. Go to your friend and say, I am shaking. And in that sharing, you will find a connection deeper than any brave mask could ever create. We are all shaking. We are all children lost in the woods. When we hold hands and admit we are lost, the fear becomes bearable. It becomes a shared adventure. But if you stand alone and pretend you have a map, you are isolated. And isolation is hell. Community, Sangha is important, not a crowd, but a communion of fellow travelers. Find people who are also waking up. Find people who are also tired of the lies. And if you can't find them, create them. Be the catalyst. Your vibration will attract your tribe. If you vibrate fear, you attract fearful people. If you vibrate trust, you attract trustworthy people. The universe is a mirror. Change your face and the reflection changes. Now, I want to talk about something very subtle. The fear of bliss. It sounds strange. Why would anyone be afraid of bliss? But you are. You are terrified of it because bliss is overwhelming. Bliss is like a flood. It washes away your ego boundaries. When you are miserable, you are defined. I am the miserable one. You have boundaries. When you are blissful, you expand. You become huge. You touch the stars. And the little ego gets scared. I am losing myself. Yes, you are losing yourself, but you are finding yourself with a capital S. Do not be afraid of the expansion. Let the bliss take you. It is like being drunk on the divine wine. The Sufis talk about the drunkenness of God. It is a beautiful metaphor. When you are drunk, you don't care what people think. You stumble, you sing, you are happy. Be drunk on life. Stop being so sober. Sobriety is for the graveyard. Life is a tavern. Drink deep and don't worry about the hangover. There is no hangover with this wine. The more you drink, the clearer you become. So, invite the bliss. When a moment of joy comes, maybe watching a sunset, maybe hearing a bird, don't shrink back. Open up. Say, yes, let it ravish you. Let existence make love to you. This is the ultimate surrender. To let existence penetrate you, fill you, possess you. When you are possessed by the whole, fear is impossible, because there is no you left to be afraid. This is the state of the mystic, the state of no mind. It seems far away, I know, but it is closer than your heartbeat. It is just a shift of focus from the object to the subject, from the seen to the seer, from the fear to the awareness of fear. Just this small shift. One step back. You are watching a horror movie. Just step back from the screen. Look at the projector. The beam of light is pure white. The film has monsters, but the light is pure. You are the light. The monsters are just the film. Your thoughts, your history, your conditioning. Let the film run. It is an interesting story, but don't think it is you. You are the white light that makes the movie possible. If you can anchor yourself in this understanding, you will walk through the fire and not be burned. You will walk on water and not sink. These miracles of Jesus, walking on water, are not about physical laws. They are metaphors. The water represents the ocean of samsara, the ocean of fear. The man of awareness walks on top of it. He does not drown in emotions. He stays above. You can walk on water too. The secret is keep your eyes on the light, not on the waves. If you look at the waves, you will get dizzy and sink. Look at the light. Look at the center. Now we are approaching the final phase of this transmission. In the next and final part, we will bring everything together. We will talk about the ultimate alchemy, turning fear into love. Not just understanding fear, but using the energy of fear as fuel for your enlightenment. We will talk about the dark night of the soul, that moment of total despair before the dawn, and how to navigate it without turning back. Because many of you are standing right there. You are in the dark tunnel. You want to go back, but you cannot go back. Life only moves forward. The only way out is through. I will hold your hand through the tunnel, but you must keep walking. And as you walk, leave a trail for others. Leave a comment below. I am walking through. Let us see how many brave souls are crossing the bridge tonight. Do not stop now. The dawn is waiting. The dawn is waiting, but you must earn the dawn. You earn it not by fighting the night, but by enduring it with awareness. This period, this dark night of the soul, is the most critical time in a seeker's life. It is the time when the old world has collapsed, but the new world has not yet formed. You are in the gap. You are in the abyss. The mind panics in this gap. It says, I have lost everything. I have lost my identity, my security, my beliefs. I am going crazy. And yes, from the perspective of the mind, you are going crazy. But from the perspective of the soul, you are becoming sane. Sanity is not adjusting to a sick society. Sanity is adjusting to the cosmos. And the cosmos is vast, empty, and silent. To become one with it, you have to pass through the fear of annihilation. This is the alchemy I promised to speak of, the alchemy of turning poison into nectar. You see, energy is neutral. Electricity is neither good nor bad. It can light your house or it can electrocute you. It depends on how you use it. Fear is simply high voltage energy trapped in a negative thought pattern. It is electricity running through a no. When you say no to life, that energy becomes fear. When you say no to the moment, it becomes anxiety. But if you say yes, a total, unconditional yes, that same energy, that same high voltage instantly transforms into love. It transforms into joy. It transforms into creativity. You do not need to get rid of fear. If you get rid of fear, you will be getting rid of your energy. You will become dull, lethargic, dead. You see many so-called spiritual people who are just dead. They are not afraid, true, but they are not alive either. They have castrated themselves. I do not want you to castrate your energy. I want you to transform it. How? By acceptance, by surrender. When the fear arises, do not contract. Expand. Say to the fear, okay, you are energy. I accept you. I welcome you. Feel the trembling. Don't try to stop it. In fact, cooperate with it. If your hands are shaking, shake them more. If your heart is racing, let it race. Turn the trembling into a dance. This is the secret of the balls, the mystics of Bengal. They dance. They dance their fear away. They dance their madness away. When you dance totally, the rigid structure of the ego melts. You become fluid, and in that fluidity, the energy that was frozen as fear starts to flow. And when energy flows, it is bliss. Bliss is nothing but energy in flow. Fear is energy in stagnation. So the next time you are terrified, put on some music, wild music, chaotic music, and dance. Shake your body, throw out the madness, catharsis. Scream if you need to, punch the pillow. Do not keep it inside. The civilization has taught you to suppress. Don't cry, don't scream, be polite. And so you are sitting on a volcano, and you are afraid the volcano will erupt. Let it erupt. Go into your room, lock the door, and have a private eruption. It is therapeutic. It is spiritual. Once you have thrown out the garbage, once the storm has passed, sit in silence. You will find a peace that passeth all understanding, a peace that is not forced but natural. It rises like a fragrance from your empty being, and in that peace you will realize that fear and love are the same coin. Heads is love, tails is fear. You have been looking at the tail's side for too long. Turn the coin over. When you stop demanding security, you start loving the insecurity, you start loving the surprise. Life is a surprise. If you knew exactly what was going to happen tomorrow, you would be bored to death. You would commit suicide. The only thing that makes life worth living is that you don't know what is going to happen next. The mystery. Fear comes because you want to kill the mystery. You want knowledge. You want a map. Throw away the map. Burn the map. Trust your inner compass. The compass is your awareness. It points to the now, always to the now. And this brings us to the ultimate realization. You are not the body that can be hurt. You are not the mind that can be confused. You are the light. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, or if you are reading, just turn your gaze inward. Visualize a flame inside your chest, a golden flame. It is silent, it is steady. The winds of the world blow, financial crisis, relationship troubles, health issues, but the flame is protected inside the glass of your witnessing. It does not flicker. This flame is your eternity. When you identify with the flame, you can walk into the fire of the world and you will not be burned. You will be like a lotus leaf in the water, but not wet. This is the goal of all meditation. To be in the world, but not of it. To play the game, but to know it is a game. And when you know it is a game, you play with such grace, such humor. You can laugh at your own failures. You can laugh at your own fears. Have you ever laughed at your fear? Try it. It is the most liberating laughter. Look at me, trembling like a leaf because of a thought. It is hilarious. The cosmic joke. God is not serious. Look at the platypus. Look at the giraffe. Look at the way He made you. God has a sense of humor. If you can laugh, you are praying. Laughter is the highest prayer. Fear cannot exist where there is laughter. Fear needs a long face. Fear needs a church atmosphere. Dark, somber, guilty. Bring laughter into your life and the church of fear collapses. Create a climate of celebration around you even if you are alone. Celebrate your tea, celebrate your bath, celebrate the sun on your face. When you live in celebration, you are vibrating at a frequency where fear cannot touch you. Fear vibrates low, celebration vibrates high, they cannot meet. So the antidote to fear is not bravery, the antidote is celebration. If you are resonating with this, if you are feeling the urge to celebrate rising in your veins, leave a comment below. Just one word: celebration. Let us fill the digital space with this high vibration. Let us drown out the noise of the trolls and the fearmongers with a tsunami of celebration. Now, I must speak to you about love, real love. You have been told that love is a relationship, that you need a partner to experience love. This is a half-truth. A partner can trigger the love that is already inside you, but the partner does not give you the love. You are the reservoir. When you are full of fear, you beg for love. Please love me. Please tell me I am good. You become a slave. But when you have dissolved the fear, you become a master. You simply radiate love. It is your nature. The sun does not knock on your door and ask, "Can I shine on you?" It just shines. If you open the window, good. If you keep it closed, your loss. The sun is not diminished. Be like the sun. Radiate. And when you radiate love, fear disappears from the world around you. Have you noticed? If you approach a wild dog with total fearlessness and total love, the dog will not bite you. He will be confused. He expects fear. When he meets love, he is disarmed. This works with humans too. Humans are just complicated dogs. They bark, they bite, because they are afraid. If you approach them with an open heart, with no defense, their aggression melts. This is the power of non-violence, ahimsa. It is not just about not killing, it is about not fearing. Gandhi was not a bodybuilder, he was a frail old man. But he could stand before the British Empire and make it tremble. Why? Because he had no fear. He had cast out the fear of death. When you cast out the fear of death, you become invincible. Not because you cannot be killed, but because you cannot be defeated. You can be destroyed, but not defeated. Victory belongs to the fearless, and this victory is not over others. It is victory over your own unconsciousness. We are coming to the end of our journey today, but it is really just the beginning for you. You have the tools now. You have the understanding. Awareness. Watch the fear. Separate yourself from it. You are the sky, not the cloud. Acceptance. Don't fight. Accept the energy. Yes transforms. No suppresses. Expression. Don't hoard the energy. Dance. Shake. Breathe. Create. Move the energy. No mind. Step out of the past and future. Live in the razor's edge of the now. Love. Be a radiator, not a beggar. It sounds simple, and it is simple. But to be simple is very difficult for a complicated mind. You will struggle, you will forget, you will fall back into the pit. It doesn't matter. Do not judge yourself. If you fall, get up. Dust yourself off. Laugh and keep walking. The path is not a straight line, it is a spiral. You might feel like you are going in circles, but you are moving up. Every time you face a fear, you are one octave higher, and you are not alone. There is a silent brotherhood of seekers around the world. We are all walking each other home. This channel is a gathering place for that brotherhood. If you haven't already, join us, subscribe, share this transmission. Every time you share this, you are lighting a candle in someone else's darkness. You are participating in the awakening of the planet. And God knows this planet needs awakening. It is teetering on the edge of madness. The only thing that can save it is a shift in consciousness. From fear to love, from greed to sharing, from nations to one humanity. You are the Savior. Not some Messiah coming on a cloud. You, in your ordinary life, in your office, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, when you refuse to be afraid, you save the world. You break the chain of panic. So go forth, be dangerous, be wild, be real. Do not ask for permission to live. Life is your birthright. Take it, squeeze it, drink it. And when the doubt comes, and it will come, whisper to yourself, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am the eternal watcher. Return to the center. Always return to the center. The storm will rage outside. Let it rage. It makes for good scenery. But inside, keep the temple clean. Keep the flame burning. You are loved. You are supported. You are necessary. The universe would not be the same without you. If you were not here, there would be a gap in existence. You are essential. Feel that dignity. I am essential to the cosmos. Let that dignity replace your fear. And now, as we part ways in the silence, I leave you with this blessing. May you find the courage to be nothing so you can be everything. May you lose your mind so you can find your soul. May you drop your fear so you can know that you are and have always been safe in the hands of existence. Be a light unto yourself. Apo Dipo Baba. Don't follow me, don't follow anyone. My finger is pointing to the moon. Look at the moon, don't suck my finger. Use these words as a boat to cross the river. But when you reach the other side, leave the boat. Do not carry it on your head. The other side is waiting. The fear was just the fog on the river. The sun is rising. Wake up, wake up.